Assalamu alaikum. Hope all of you are doing well. So today's our topic is regarding the history of the Olympic Games. We can simply include that the history in the history of the Olympic Games that uh, the history of the Olympic game was incredibly rich and spans millennia. The first written evidence of the official games for dates from 776 BC, when the Greek began measuring time in Olympiads or the duration between each edition of the Olympic Games. The first Olympic Games were held every 14 years, 4 years in honor of the god Zeus. The Olympic Games are an aesthetic festival that originated in ancient Greece and were revived in the last 19th century. They are the world's foremost sports competition and includes athletes from all over the world. Their creation was inspired by the Olympic Games and held in Olympia, Greece from the 18th century BC to the 4th century. A.D. Byron founded the International Olympic Committee in 1894, leading to the first modern games in Athens in 1996. The ring symbolized the union of the five continents, the participation of the athletes at these games and express the activity of the Olympic movement. The five colored rings represent the five inhabited continents of the world. These are Africa, America, Asia, Europe, and Oceania. So, Olympic Games are an international sports festival held every 4 years. The ultimate goals are to cultivate human beings through sport and to contribute world peace. Summer Games and Winter's Games are held separately. Their creation was inspired by the ancient Olympic Games held in Olympia, Greece from the 8th century BC to the 4th century AD. Baron Parade Iberia athlete festival originated. So we can say that in this that these are the competitors with amateur status. But in the 18th, 19th centuries, many events were open to be professional athletes. Currently, the games are open at all. Even the top professional athletes in basketball and football, soccer, the ancient Olympic Games included several of the sports that are now part of the Summer Games program, which at time has included events in as many as 32 different sports. In 1924, the Winter Games were sectioned for winter sports. The Olympic Games have come to be regarded as the world's foremost sports competitions. So, just how far back in history organized athletic contests were held remain as a matter of debate, but it is reasonably certain that they occurred in Greece almost 3,000 years ago. However, ancient in origin, by the end of the 6th century BC, at least four Greek sporting festivals, sometimes called classical games, had achieved more importance. The Olympic Games held at Olympia, the Pythian Games at Delphi, and the Nemean Games at Nemea, and the Isthmian Games held near Corinth. Later, similar festivals were held in nearly 150 cities as far afield as Rome, Naples, etc. Of all the games held throughout the Greece, the Olympic Games were the most famous, held every 4 years between August 6th and September 19th. They occupied such an important place in Greek history that in late so competition and the status, moreover, the games, boxing, etc. All of them are the Olympic Games that are held between more of the tours, more of the countries by which they participate and then get they rewarded and get a medals of honors also. So the Olympic Games were technically restricted to free-born Greeks. Many Greek competitors came from the Greek colonies on the Italian peninsula and in Asia Minor and Africa. Most of the participants were professionals who trained full time for the event. These events earned substantial prizes for winning at many other preliminary festival and at though through the prize at Olympia was a wreath for Garland, and Olympic champion also received widespread adultations also.